Lydia had always harbored an irrational, bone-deep fear of clowns, the kind that made her heart race and her mind scream. Their painted faces, the exaggerated smiles, those eyes that seemed to know too much. It all terrified her. So, when she lost her job at the local library due to budget cuts, the last thing she expected was to find herself employed by the very thing she feared most, the Gigglesworth travelling circus. It began with a flyer. She found it tucked under her windshield wiper one chilly evening, its corners curling from the drizzle. "Join the fun! The Gigglesworth Circus needs you!" The text screamed in bright, garish colours. Desperation and dwindling bank accounts led her to the circus grounds, a sprawling, tattered tent city just outside of town. The interview was conducted by Mr. Gigglesworth himself, a man so thin he seemed almost skeletal, his face hidden behind a mask of white paint and a smile that didn't reach his eyes. "You'll make a fine addition," he said, his voice a chilling echo in the vast, empty big top. "You'll be our new assistant, helping with the clowns." Lydia wanted to run, but necessity chained her there. She was given a costume, a drab, oversized outfit that smelled of mildew and sadness. Her duties included everything from setting up props to assisting clowns with their makeup, each moment a living nightmare. The circus was old, its history shrouded in whispers and rumors. Some said it was cursed, that those who joined never truly left. Lydia felt this truth in the air, thick and oppressive. At night, when the crowds left, the clowns would gather, their laughter echoing like a chorus of the damned, their eyes following her with an intensity that suggested they knew her secret terror. One night after the performance, Mr. Gigglesworth called her into his private tent, lit only by flickering candles. "You're afraid of us, aren't you?" he asked, his voice a whisper that seemed to crawl over her skin. Before she could respond, he continued, "Fear can be useful. It feeds the show, makes it more authentic." Lydia was then introduced to a ritual, one supposedly to make her one of them. She was sat before a mirror, the clowns surrounding her, their faces freshly painted, yet somehow more horrifying in the candlelight. They began to chant, a low, guttural sound, as they painted her face with their colours, transforming her into what she feared most. The paint was cold against her skin, but it burned with a strange warmth, seeping into her pores. She felt her fear morphing, not disappearing, but becoming part of her. When they finished, she looked into the mirror and saw not her reflection, but another clown, with eyes that held lifetimes of sorrow and joy twisted into one. "You are now part of the circus," Mr. Gigglesworth declared. "The Gigglesworth Circus never lets go." From then on, Lydia performed with them, her fear now an act, her laughter forced but sounding real. But every night, when the big top was empty and the clowns retired, she felt the paint on her face, not just as makeup, but as a mask she could never remove. She was bound to the circus, her fear a spectacle for others, her life a never-ending performance under the big top, where the clowns never truly laughed. Now, every time a new person joins the circus, especially one with fears, Lydia can be seen, her painted smile as wide and as false as the rest, knowing that the curse of Gigglesworth would claim another soul.